looking at there?
Ginger beer.
Are you self-conscious now about your drink?
No, you got more. No. When have I ever been self-conscious about my drink?
Cool. Oh,
drink?
Such a vicious dog.
Okay. So, turns out if you bring snacks for her,
I know.
she likes people.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know why she's still barking.
She wants to come in because he's got more snacks.
Snack
Let
on
me
these nuts.
let me sort that out.
Oh, that's all right.
These nuts. What's been happening, man?
Nikita just messaged me saying she's barking at the door. Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Well, I was having a fire before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I was meant to have it last night,
Oh, okay.
but we ended up going to the moon markets at Dreamworld.
I think Tara wants to go.
They're pretty good. They
Yeah.
give out these free swords that are colourful. You hit them, and they're like, I was going to bring it tonight
For free.
for the kids,
Why?
but I got one.
Because I look like a kid.
Yeah.
What's at the moon markets?
Food. It's kind of like a eat street.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good. $2 entry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eat Street's 5.
Yeah.
I don't venture out much.
What do you mean? You went to East Street at the end of last year?
You went to Ballina the other week.
That was
You went to friggin' the middle of nowhere today.
okay.
yeah, where was that?
You guys got me.
I took a photo. I'm like, is he at Archerfield?
Nah, that was a QAnon convention.
Oh, yeah. Just
studying
down the chemtrails.
cloud formations.
You might as well say where you went.
No, I went to the Brisbane Air Show that turns out wasn't in Brisbane.
It's still Brisbane, right?
I guess.
It's debatable.
It's with a broad brush. Because, yeah, I thought it was at Archerfield or something, and then we looked it up last night, and it's like ages away. Yeah, it was out near, out past Esk.
Oh, really? That ain't Brisbane.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe back in 1980.
Brisbane is Brundle, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah, no, it was a fun little drive out there.
Was it worth it?
Oh, depends who you ask.
I'm asking you.
It was pretty chaotic because, like, they just had one entrance into the place. So there was just cars banked for days. And then they had shit parking. They're like, I'll just park on the side of the road there. And it's just in a ditch that's full of mud.
No worries.
Yeah.
How many people got stuck?
And yeah, that's what they said. They're like, you're probably going to get stuck, but at the end of the day, we'll just come and pull everyone out. And I'm like,
Sure you will.
and the guy, the guy behind me was in a, what are those, like SUV Porsches, the Cayenne or whatever. Yeah. He was in one of those and he just wasn't keen. And I'm like, fair
Just
enough.
park on the road.
Yeah. Did you? He didn't park there.
He didn't park there. And the chick in front of us, she was in like a single cab Hilux ute and she was like flipping out. And I'm like, we're in a CX-5.
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll just do it because I hate
can.
confrontation.
Want to park over there?
Yeah. So instead of nosing in like everyone was, she like parked horizontally, like in line with the road. So she took up like 4 parks. And like,
Because she didn't want to get stuck.
and she was just losing her shit. So they just, like the traffic lady just ended up being like, whatever. Yeah.
You're hot, whatever.
She
But then
wasn't.
what if everyone starts doing that then?
That's what I said. And then, but yeah, and then the Wi-Fi like stopped working out there. So all the FPOS stopped working through the whole thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And apparently it sold out. There was like over 8,000 people or some shit out there. And it was just,
Wow.
yeah, it was hectic.
Like food
so no
or
one
whatever.
could, no one could get in. No one could pay for shit.
No one could get out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was good.
Did they fix it?
Not before we left. But every like,
Wait, you didn't leave at the end? I don't understand.
no,
What do you
fuck no. It finished at like 5 o'clock.
Okay. What, is it a whole day thing?
Yeah, full day. It's a today and tomorrow, so you could get a weekend pass and do both days.
Not with no FPOS.
But how much, like, what is it? Like, there's a show, obviously, but then what else is there?
There was rides, food.
Airplane history.
Yeah, there was all that sort of shit. You could sign up to like fly planes and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I think someone died out there doing a loop-de-loop a few
Oh,
years
really?
ago. Yeah.
A few days ago.
A few years ago.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
sweet.
What? That
They
signed
were
up to
doing-
do
'cause
it?
They usually do the stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loop.
Yeah, that's what they were
Yeah.
doing out there. Yeah, because there's like mountains and stuff right behind where they're doing it. And I'm like, what if something goes wrong and they just go straight in front of that,
Well,
in
that's
front
where
of
they
all
land.
these kids?
Just like a big soft mountain to run into.
You said that right after he was like, yeah, you could sign up to fly a plane. And you were like, yeah, someone died like a few years ago.
But it was a stunt. Man
Okay,
that
yeah.
died,
Someone actually.
They weren't just like,
They were
yeah,
like-
go ahead. It's like, oh,
This is my first time. What do I do?
Yeah, there was like they were offering like you could go and sign up and just go parachuting and shit, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. You can't even get the Wi-Fi to work.
Shoot malfunction.
yeah.
Pretty much. Shit. Oh my god! Do
right, I'm
not
good.
blow
Yeah.
up everything.
I'm good.
We
Is it waterproof?
What?
is what waterproof?
Everything.
No, none of this is waterproof. Yeah, we pulled up on the way home. We're all like hungry and had to go to the toilet and shit because there was no FPOS. And so we just pulled into this sketchy Woolworths, and it was just this little country town. And Nikita got out with one of the boys, and I stayed in there because the other one was asleep. And there was this guy in this like Ford Falcon Ute beside me. And he was like typical like country bogan.
Okay.
Like he had the oldest hat you've ever seen and just like 2 teeth. And his cigarette,
That's like-
was
that's
just hanging
stuck.
on. Yeah.
He's like licked it and stuck
Yeah.
to his lip.
So as he was talking, it was just like flapping. And then he had this fat guy beside him, and he was just like,
It's hype, man.
yeah, he was not all there. And they just looked so fucked, and the ute was all just covered in like stickers and shit like that. Anyway, they're yelling at each other, and I'm just watching. And then they start leaning back, trying to get something like from behind the seat.
Okay.
And I'm like watching, and I'm like, do these guys abduct someone and they got them in the tray and they've got like a hole or
Sorting out
something?
what to
Yeah.
do.
And they're like flipping out at each other, and they just keep like reaching back there, and they're yelling at each other and like throwing their hands up. And next minute, the fat guy just picks up the fattest fucking rat you've ever seen.
What?
And just just brings it into the front. And then old mate with the cigarette grabs it off him and then tucks it into his singlet.
Bullshit.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
and I'm like,
you're
what?
lying.
I swear on my kids' lives.
That's bullshit.
And then he just like put it in drive and drove away. And I'm like,
That doesn't even make any sense.
I know. I know it doesn't.
It's like, oh, I got an itch. I need the scratcher.
I think it's like his pet rat or something. And it,
You'd hope so.
yeah, and it like ran behind the seat, and he's like, "You fucking little rat."
Trying to grab it.
Yeah. And then they eventually got it, and he just tucked it in and on with his day.
What the fuck?
Like I've seen it in movies and stuff, but first time in real life.
Pet rat.
What the fuck?
What are you doing? What did you do? Why did you bring the dog food?
Bigger than a gerbil.
Yeah, why would you
still
bring my
in
dog
there.
food? Give me that fucking food.
He goes, I was hoping I'd keep it in my pocket for the whole night and keep coming sniffing me.
Get your dog off my dick.
What's wrong with your dog?
Biting a hole in my pants.
Yeah. Oh. So yeah, that was my day at the airfield.
Wow.
We got a sketchy train ride as well.
What do you mean?
There was like they had like, you know, the trains that have car wheels.
No.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
The
They're like,
Aussie train that goes around.
yeah, well, they basically drive you from spot to spot.
Okay.
And this like old again, I think it was the same guy. He was standing in front of the train just doing nothing, and we got out of the car and we were walking into the event, and it's like a fucking ages walk, and we made eye contact for way too long to not say anything.
Okay.
So I was like, "Hey mate, how you going?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm all right." And then he's like, "Want to ride?" And I was like,
So awkward.
yeah. And he like opens the gate and we jump in, and then I'm waiting for him to fill the train, and he's like, so we sit down and he's like, "Is ready?" And I'm like,
It's not really there for
and
right
this thing hooked it so hard. It
Really?
was flying down this dirt road, hitting bumps and shit. Because the kids loved it at the start, and then like, yeah, 30 seconds in, they're like they both jumped on our laps and they're like closing their eyes. And I'm
Really?
like, yeah. And I was facing backwards, and I'm
Okay.
like, I just said to Nikita, I'm like, thank fuck, I can't see where we're going.
I'm going to throw
Yeah,
up.
I just want the pole to hit me in the back of the head and I'm out. So sketchy.
Just throw you out the side.
Yeah, and then we ended up picking up people along the way, so I felt a bit more comfortable.
Why?
Cushion
We can all die
We're all gonna
together.
die together. Yeah, it's like the Titanic, but on dirt out of desk.
Where you don't actually die, you just get badly injured.
Yeah, it's way better.
What'd you do today, Matt? Other than have a fire.
I just went down the coast. Nothing much.
Living the dream,
That's about
eh?
it.
What'd you do down there? Just literally went down there and
You can't speak about it.
Just, yeah. I went down, seen my auntie, and then went to see my car, and then that was about it.
They still got your car.
You
Still got
visited
my
your car?
Yep.
You're talking about it as if it was like in jail.
It is in jail. I've had it for 3 months.
I was briefly telling Adrian because he's like, do you reckon he'll bring his ute? And I'm like, I don't think he has his ute at the moment. How long are they
Went
out?
and visited my car.
Visiting hours between 9 and 5.
Yeah, why don't you just take it back?
It's in pieces.
Was it
Oh, true.
conjugal visit?
Yeah. What are you getting done to it again? I know you think you've told me like 10
No, I
times.
haven't told you.
I'm getting your face wrapped on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it there.
In pieces.
Yep. It's got no interior in it whatsoever.
Okay. Why though?
They had to pull a battery out to do what they're doing.
We need to get the.
Yeah.
We need to get the. Need to change the tire. Rip all the seats out.
Where the fuck do they put the batteries in these things?
Behind the passenger seat. so to pull it out, they because there's a stereo in there, and the
Right.
stereo.
Let's change the seat. Let's take the tires off.
So they've got to pull the seats out, take the stereo out,
Okay.
take the battery out,
Yeah.
and that's where they're at right now.
But what are you getting done?
I'm getting
Battery changed.
I'm getting just some tires on the car, but they had to. Had to take the terminal off the battery.
Right.
So it's safe to work on the car. So they
What are you actually getting done to the car?
I don't get this.
So
So it's taken you 3 months to get new tyres and you've got no interior.
they've done one entire.
Wait, are you actually getting tires? Oh god.
It's getting airbags, the wheels painted, and the calipers painted.
What's wrong with the airbags?
Oh, it's getting airbag suspension in it.
Oh, suspension. Okay.
So I took a photo of it.
Why?
The other week that I was there.
Wait, why?
Oh, just because.
Okay.
Why am I getting the airbags?
Yeah.
So I got pulled over by the police because it was too low.
Oh really?
And they said to me, you're going to have to wind it up. So I wound it up, and it just looked ridiculous and high. So I thought the way to get around it is put airbags in it. That way I can lower it down and then drive it normal height.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Kids these days.
Kids these days,
Okay.
yeah. So that's it.
Right.
Oh,
So it's too low.
It's too low.
rotate it again.
I got green wheels put on it.
Why?
Did you actually?
You're a dickhead.
Do I have to rotate it again? Fuck's sake.
You might.
You could like airdrop it to my computer and I could get it up.
You might. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
You might as well freaking put spinners on there.
Nah, I'm not that gay.
Are they painted or just wrapped?
They're painted.
Yeah, right.
Why'd you pick green?
Oh, there's no people found.
You have to turn your airdrop on.
Should be on, but anyway.
I chose green because it stands out. And I want to be that person that they're
Yeah.
like, what a fag.
When I look at you, I think
If I
that's the guy that wants to stand out.
Really? Look at me.
Yeah.
James is, before you got here, was going to tell me a story about
I don't know where my airdrop went, but
what he like when he first met you at.
yeah, I can't believe Adrian hasn't like caught wind of this
Yeah.
ongoing story for
I
the
need to
last
hear
6
it.
months.
He said you don't like it, so I told him he had to tell me.
So is this the one where it's like, I didn't know who you are?
Yeah. Oh no, that's a whole nother one. So I didn't feel so bad about this story after Matt told me that part.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the three of us all worked together somewhere years and years
years
ago.
ago.
we never told him.
Yeah, we didn't give him the rules. I guess that's on us.
It's fine.
I'm not allowed to say names.
Yeah.
We try not to.
Try not to, but yeah. Anyway. And then we recently started working together again, 6 months ago or so? And when I started.
Still got that message.
What's that message?
That's the one you sent me from the other place you
Hey,
worked
we
at.
don't need any evidence.
I was going through my messages the other night and I was like, James missing. How did you message me? And then when I clicked on it, I was like, oh my God. So I wrote back just a generic, oh, hey, buddy. How are ya?
Who the fuck
Thanks
are
for
you?
the offer.
Okay.
Okay, I was basically had a gun to my head when I had to send that message.
Bullshit.
Yeah, so we worked together ages ago, and I only worked with Matt for probably like
Briefly.
3 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks,
And those 3 weeks, I was going from bench to bench to bench to outside.
and he had America in his brain. Anyway, so I thought we bonded pretty well in those 3 weeks.
Of course. Solid bond.
Yeah.
Are we best friends?
Yeah, but turns out Matt never remembered working with me, so that was nice.
Who are you?
But anyway, when we worked together originally, he had like, he lived like the dream life by the looks of it. He had like the
On
fancy
holidays.
ute. Yeah, and he's about to go to America for ages.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I'm
That
like,
aura
that-
behind me.
I'm like, that kid's got it together. And then we started working together like 6 months ago, and he just looked defeated. He was in a Civic.
And shit clothes.
And I was like, I was always too scared to ask. So Ash and I were on site together one day, and I'm like,
What happened to Matt?
yeah, I'm like, what ended up happening to Matt? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm,
Did he hit a bad drug
I'm
habit?
like, did he like get tangled up with drugs or something? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, well, like back when I knew him, he had like a Maloo and shit, and he's like, he's still got one. And I'm like, oh, and then he like explains the situation, and I'm like, I'm a piece of shit.
That's so funny.
Walked into the office.
Yeah.
Hi, James, don't talk to me. Seriously.
Where's my wallet?
Might tempt me. When Matt.
Does Matt? Oh, you were
Yeah.
about to say something?
No,
You
I
go.
wasn't. No.
I think
no,
you're
no,
about
no,
to say exactly what I was about to say.
Go.
Does
You go.
Matt-
I definitely was not.
Jinx.
You go.
No, you go.
You go.
No, you go.
This is
That was my goal, is to
This
make
is
it
how
as
you-
awkward
yeah.
for you as possible.
this is how you podcast, Matt.
Yeah.
No.
No, you go.
Okay, I'll tell you. So when I used to hang out with Matt after work a lot, and
This isn't what I was going to say
yeah, I know.
because I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
and Tara goes to me when she met him after the first time she met him. She goes, "Is Matt a drug dealer?"
Is it Matt?
no.
Why do you keep giving off these vibes?
No, why?
Maybe it's the green wheels.
Well, I don't think so. He's like, "Oh, okay. Why do you say that?"
I think so.
Just looks like it. Oh, I don't know what it is.
Ask Nikita what she thinks
Yeah,
of me.
I will.
Would you invite that?
That'd be so funny. If she goes, "Is Matt a drug dealer?"
Yeah.
It's so funny. Is Matt a washed up drug dealer?
His shoes were shit.
Yeah, she's going to be like,
His fake shoes are shit.
does he molest animals? He had those treats way too handy.
He's a dude that goes around scoping houses for dogs.
In my head, I was going to play it out like, oh, hey, do you want to see some magic? Ciao.
Like the first time Adrian met my kids.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
We showed him magic for like 14 hours.
And they loved it. Now he's best friends.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're best friends.
I know. No, I thought you were about to tell Matt about your little friend in your pocket.
Oh, no.
Or if you already told him.
No, I haven't. I got asked to send an update.
Hey, Matt, meet my cock.
A little children's python.
Pygmy python, yeah.
You can't say pick me.
You can.
No, you can't.
You can.
How come he's in your pocket?
Because that's where he always
I'm
is.
training it.
Like sniff. No, it's not well.
See what's in my pocket?
Drugs. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Do you like snakes, Matt?
yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, he used to have one.
Oh, I can't stand them.
A couple of them. But yeah.
Yeah, he had a snake until it bit him and then he
Yeah.
got rid of it.
You're out. Anyone else want to bite me?
Yeah.
You'd be out too.
Fucking hell. Yeah, I don't know how people, like, they intrigue me, but I could never have one.
Why?
I don't know.
Pussy. No.
No, just the whole bitey thing.
They
I
do
guess.
bite.
Does
something-
that one bite? Only when you
Uh,
call them pick me.
Yeah, pretty much. No, they all, I don't know. It's not like they bite you because they fucking want to bite you. It's just a reflex. Especially if you have food.
And your fingers smell like mice or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even not. You could, if you wiggled your finger in front of it, it would like think it's a thing and bite it.
Our old dog bit me twice.
Yeah.
That one.
No, our old dog.
And then
then we brought it back to life.
and then it's out.
Yeah.
They got the mat snake treatment.
Yeah. No, that was fun.
Why'd it bite you?
First time, it didn't like the guy that came into our house.
Oh, so bit you.
Yeah, pretty
I don't
much.
like him. Get him
I don't remember the second time, but I got a scar somewhere.
Second time, put my finger in his ass.
Red rocket, red
Yeah.
rocket.
Yeah. Speaking about mice, we had a mouse problem like a month ago.
Did you?
Not really a problem. We just had one annoying
Yeah.
mouse. Yeah, let's let
That's
that
why
loose.
he's here.
Yeah.
No, so Nikita's like all for animals, blah, blah, blah.
How'd you catch it?
Yeah, well, that's the funny part.
With a vegan bag.
She made me go to Bunnings and
Yeah.
buy all the like mouse safe traps and blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And it kept getting in, eating the bait and just running out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking, let's just get a normal trap. Get a normal trap.
You put a normal trap in the mouse
Yeah,
safe trap.
I'm like, kill this thing and then it's done for. She's like, no. So we like kept setting this trap and then like the whole.
What is it? Just explain a mouse safe trap to me. How does it
So
work?
basically it was a big white box and the mouse would run in the tunnel.
Got a single mattress and everything.
Yeah.
For the
And as it hooked around the corner, it tipped something where the gate fell
Okay,
shut and
okay.
then you just see if there's a mouse in there.
Yeah.
Shake it.
Yeah, basically. So, and then like the whole mystery of these, like the fun of checking them every morning to see if we caught a mouse
Yeah.
had passed.
Okay.
And I was in the kitchen. I got home. I must have finished early, on Thursday or something. And I've come home like a week later. I'm like, what the fuck is that smell in the kitchen? And I'm looking around and I couldn't find anything. And then I went to put the dishwasher on. So I've got a dishwasher tablet out of the sink cupboard. I'm like, what the fuck? It's so bad in here. And looked at the mouse trap we had in the in the sink. There's just like a rotten mouse in there.
Oh, because it was in there.
Yeah, it got stuck in there. We forgot to empty it.
That's real
so the
safe,
mouse,
eh?
the safe trap turned into a fucking torture trap for the poor thing. So the first thing I did was like call Nikita. I'm like, told her what she'd done.
Did you just wait? But is it because you forgot? You did forgot.
Yeah,
that
we
was in
forgot
there?
about it, and then it's obviously run out of food and everything, and just
Yeah.
like died.
Should have just broke his neck.
When you were checking the traps, did you check that one?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
checking
okay.
them all. It's just because simply we forgot about it for like 3 or 4 days, I guess.
That's funny. Wait,
Yeah.
just days.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know.
Okay.
It could have been in there for ages. We forgot about it.
Right. Okay.
But yeah,
That's interesting. When we had a mouse, we used to have like when all the houses were being built around our place, we'd like get all the field mice and shit running around. And then like I was like, it was too late to go to Bunnings. It was like the middle of the night, and I saw it in our garage, like run across the thing, like you motherfucker. Yeah. So I like devised some Home Alone mouse trap where I got a bucket and I drilled a hole through either end and jammed a fucking rod through, like a piece of dowel or something. Put a tube on the top of it, and then put like food on the top. So if you like walked on it, like flick around and spin off it, and like I was like, hey, you can't get out of this bucket. The motherfucker he got onto the thing and ate all the food and got off the other side. I don't know how. Stupid mouse.
fucking.
Evil.
And then we went and got normal mouse traps the next day.
And we got 1,000 snakes
Huh?
that I carry around with me now.
Oh, yeah. You can't feed them to the snakes though because you don't know if they've got diseases or whatever.
Oh, really?
COVID.
I thought that was the whole point of them.
No, that's why you have a cat.
Um,
Yeah, wait, you have a cat.
I've got a cat. They
What
do
the hell's
fuck
wrong
all.
with your cat?
They just lay there and get like fed and worshipped.
The other day, my mate
Pick
sent
my
me.
shit up. What about, so do they test the mice that you buy from like a pet store?
they're dead.
Yeah, but like,
No.
what's the difference?
Well, so they're bred like as snake food. It's too expensive at a pet shop though. Like, I'll go to like a dude that breeds.
Yeah.
Go sit
mice.
down in a
You're
field
like-
with your bucket.
I want all these mice. I'm going
Yeah.
to take care of them. Put them in the freezer.
I don't think I have the picture anymore, but I had one when we had like a lot of snakes. It was like our dining room.
What is a
table,
lot?
like
More than two.
One is a lot.
like 23 or something?
Holy fuck. Oh, that's so fucked. Did any get out?
No. They bit me.
They were at his mum's house, and his mum hates snakes.
True.
Well, they were at our house, and then we moved when we were building it. So we were renting a place, and then when we moved, while our house was cause there's that weird transition period before our house was built, and then so we moved back into Mum's place and moved all that shit there.
Right.
And then so when we moved to the place that our house that we built, we didn't really have anywhere for the snakes, so I was like slowly getting rid of them, and they were at Mum's house. And then we got down to a number like where we could have them back at our house. Like there was enough room to have them.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good.
We the closest I got to like an exotic animal was my cousin started dating this guy that
Listen to how the start of that sentence.
No. Well, if that step hadn't have happened, I would have never even thought about it.
Okay.
So she started dating this guy that owned a pet shop.
Okay.
And he had an octopus tattooed on his arm.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, cool octopus. And he's like, you want one? And I'm like, yeah.
Tattoos.
That's crazy.
He's like, yeah, I can hook you up. So he full like told me everything I had to buy and shit. And I started.
Are you allowed to have them?
I think so. Or he was trying to get rid of some something he wasn't meant to have.
Okay.
Anyway, I was like full keen into it, and I was like about to throw all this money down for it and buy the shit it needs. And then he's like, "Oh, you've just got to check every morning because they're pretty good at climbing out of their like tanks and shit." And I'm like, I'm not going on an octopus hunt every morning for this thing. I'll wake up and this thing will be just on my face. Rubbing its asshole on my lips.
I don't know if you can. I don't know.
Oh, I've got the laptop this week, don't I?
I think you can, but you'd need a license.
As long as you don't get a rabbit.
And you can't have
It's so smart though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no rabbits.
Did you get the answer?
It just says an octopus is not a good choice for a pet because they're intelligent and they
have
bored
8
and
legs.
shit.
Oh, look at that.
Oh god.
There we go. Prohibited animals.
Yeah, so they're all like
Boa constrictors.
Burmese.
yeah. So they're not native to Australia.
Dingoes.
No, you can't have you can't keep
Fuck. We can't do anything in Queensland.
I thought you're allowed dingoes.
Red-eared slider turtle.
not native. Not
Squirrels.
native.
Monkeys.
Native.
What the fuck? I want a monkey.
So racist.
The
Fuck,
kids
it's
wanted
like
a
having
rabbit.
ash here.
The kids wanted a rabbit so bad. They were like, oh, because if you do magic, you can like get a license to
Oh, really?
have a rabbit. But you have to like use it in shows and have to actually be doing it. And because I looked at it, I was like, oh, okay.
Where's the rabbit, kids?
I identify as a magician.
Yeah, and then I was like, how hard is it? And you apparently have to like say you're going to do X amount of shows friggin' every however often, and then you have to keep a log of the shows that you do and stuff and where you take it. So I was like, no, I'm not getting a rabbit.
That's fucked.
Yeah, Nikita's asked so many times just to like drive down to Tweed to look at a pet shop with a rabbit. And I'm like,
Okay.
why?
We've had
Well,
rabbits.
just because she wants to see a rabbit.
Like she's seen them before, but like how many rabbits can you look at?
Huh? Why don't you just hire a magician for the afternoon? Or you bring your rabbit.
The only magician I know is too bitch to get a rabbit.
What do you mean? You could get a rabbit.
I don't want a rabbit. I've got enough animals I'm trying to get rid of. We've had every animal. Every animal.
No.
Except for a snake.
Go. Name it. Yeah, fuck. Not a snake. We're not getting
Scorpion.
that. Okay. Normal people animals.
Gecko.
No.
I had scorpions.
Huh?
You had scorpions.
I had a scorpion, yeah. Normal people animal. Budgie.
I've had a budgie. We haven't had one as a family. I had a budgie that ate its own foot off once.
What? Why? Because was it like the mouse?
Yeah. When I was a kid.
You rub birdseed all over it.
No, when I was a kid, we like used to go on, because my grandparents and shit live in New South Wales. So we'd go down there for like a week or shit at a time. So we'd buy one of those like seed bells.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the budgie ate all the seed, and then it must have been eating the bottom bit that had like a hook and got its foot stuck. And then it's just chewed its own foot out.
To get it off?
Yeah, to get it off.
Was it all right?
Well, yeah, it lived for another like...
Day.
No, I think it lived for like another year after that.
Okay.
Just like hopped around on one leg because it still had like a little stump.
Yeah.
Wait, its whole foot was
Yeah,
gone.
its whole foot was gone. It just had a stump.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was savage. Birds are savage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And they attack the other birds for being.
Yeah.
We had a guinea pig that ate the other guinea pig.
Yeah, they do that though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like-
what else we had?
Goldfish.
Yeah, we got goldfish. They surprisingly lived for so long.
Yeah. We just lost the last of our fish so we can get rid of it, our big tank.
Oh, really? Yeah, we had one die like 6 months ago, and we just,
Flushed it.
I don't know what we did with it.
Yeah.
I think we did like a fake burial for the kids, but
Oh,
it was
really?
just like, while they're not looking, just
So we
throw it in the
Put it
bush.
in the frying pan. Who wants fish fillets?
So one of our goldfish died, and Tara went to flush it, and Kinsey was like, "What did you do with that fish?" She's just mortified. I was like, "I can't lie to you."
Yeah.
She did the whole like, "The fish isn't in there anymore; it's just the body." She's like, and then she goes, "I can't remember. I don't know if it's true or if it's just what I remember." And she's like, "So when I die, will you flush me down the toilet?"
Yes.
Probably. Depends how big you are, darling.
Oh, your Matt's in the drink seat. You want to get another drink?
Yeah, can you get me another one, please, mate? Top shelf. It's inconvenient, isn't it?
Wow.
If Ash was here, you'd be right here next to me, then he'd be getting drinks. Flashing means recording, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's what we worked out.
Yeah, not the same one. Down the bottom. Not that one. Not that one. Any of the other ones. Yeah, that'll do.
Notice
Thank
how
you.
the fridge is full of 63 different ginger beers.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Is that?
Do you want one? They're really
They're
good.
pretty good, hey? Yeah.
I don't know. I decided that I'd be trying all the ginger beers at the bottle shop.
How many of them did you bring? You can use the fridge if you don't want to use the
A
esky.
whole little cool block.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Before you put your headphones back on, grab the ice.
I'm self-sustained for driving. I mean, driving around drinking.
That doesn't sound better.
What do you want?
There's in the bottom of the. Is there ice in there?
Oh, fuck. I didn't bring it in
No,
this
it's okay.
week. I can go get it.
No. We can go no ice.
There's no ice.
It's fine. Use it.
I can
We just
literally
go no
get
ice.
it.
We just go no ice.
I don't think I can go no ice.
Oh, what is wrong? Okay, go on.
All right.
All right, we'll keep talking about it.
All right. I'm running.
James is going to go get ice.
Not that kind of ice.
Oh,
Huh?
ice, baby, yeah?
Yeah, vanilla ice. Oh, man. You're going overseas soon, hey?
Yeah, in November.
Uh,
I haven't booked it yet, but I'm going.
to Mer-
Sorry,
I don't care.
even if I sit at
Wait,
home.
November. Is that early? Is that far enough away to book? Like, I mean, close enough to book?
Yeah.
Okay.
My friends have already booked.
Okay.
And yeah, they were going to book for me, but I just told them that I'd.
Are you going with friends that you travelled with before or no?
Yeah, so it's went over there last time for Lee's Bucks party, and Andrew Wong was there, and now Wongy's getting married, so he's gone over there for his Bucks party.
Where are you going again? The States.
Yeah, gonna land in LAX, go to Vegas, then going home.
Yeah,
and
boy.
then I don't know where I'm going. I'll have to map it out
How long for?
for a month.
Okay.
So I
For now, a month.
So I come back on the 7th of December, which is a Wednesday. Sorry, Jeff. I'll be so then I've got the whole long weekend. I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'll be back at work on Monday.
Bullshit.
And then it's like a week.
Bullshit.
It's
I
a
know
week.
you.
and
I know
then-
you.
and then-
I know your
and then
pattern.
Then we have Christmas holidays.
Wait. November, September.
So November, December.
Oh, you're going in November.
Yeah.
And you're going for a month.
Yeah. So I'll be back.
Unbelievable.
No, so I know what'll happen. You get back and be like, it's a week. I'll just.
Yeah.
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 Hey Jeff, I think I've got COVID.
Yeah. Flight's delayed.
Oh, that
Just got the
COVID.
shivers when you just pulled that
Not
out.
really.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what it
You
is.
should just get over your fear and hold it.
Nah, I've done all that.
There we go.
Don't like it.
Pick one. What were you, is this the good?
I
good
almost
ice?
went and bought the black one
Did you find
last
it?
night. Yeah, Dan Murphy's has got it.
I can't even find that one.
Can't you?
No.
Dan Murphy's.
Where's the Dan Murphy's?
There's one in Beenleigh.
Jinx.
You can't speak for the rest of the night.
Which one?
You pick.
You pick.
Don't drag it on the table. It goes.
We can have.
Is there a
Might
cyclone
as well
coming?
finish this if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Do you want any, Matt?
What is it? Cordial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you hear that? Everybody said cordial.
yeah. It's all right. There's no camera or anything.
I should have brought over some rum.
I've got rum up there if you would like.
No,
See that big bottle of original down the bottom?
different rum.
Yeah, that's the. Remember my little stint at work?
Oh yeah.
That's the.
That's
Where
the
you-
spiked rum.
Well, you come
That's
in
the-
all.
That's the day.
He
rate.
said he might have rum. You poured him whiskey.
Oh,
No, that's all right. I'll have.
no,
I'll have that.
no. You want rum?
Oh, I love whiskey.
Don't
can
waste
have
it.
rum.
Don't
No.
waste it. I'll have it if you don't want
Let
it.
me have a taste of it.
Do you want it? You can have rum. I'm pretty sure it's National Rum Day anyway.
Nah, it's all right.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
What is National Rum Day?
I don't
National
know.
Bum Day.
I just got a letter from
Oh,
Bundy Rum.
Top me up.
shit, yeah.
I just got a letter.
This is so good. I want to
Put me
get.
over the
An
limit.
email from Bundy Rum today saying it's International Rum Day or National Rum Day. Here, I'll get the facts.
Okay.
Facts.
Raise a glass, it's World Rum Day.
Okay.
Oh, it's not rum.
Ugh.
Yeah. Sick. So America, hey.
Must be nice. I've never been.
I don't know.
That's a.
Like 1,000 times.
What do you mean? You global travel. What are you talking about? What's the favorite place you've been to?
Oh,
Let me think.
Let me think over a sip of whiskey.
I don't know. Hey, each place has got its own good things about it.
Okay.
Like I like America, but then Europe was good as well for history and shit like
Yeah. Okay.
that.
What was America good for?
They have
Nothing.
a lot.
The bitch.
They have a lot of. The landscape over there is quite good to see.
What?
Yeah, like just driving around the hills in California, hills in Colorado, the whole Rockies and everything.
Don't we have like landscape and shit like that too?
Nah, not really.
No. Have you driven around Australia too?
Yeah, I've driven down to Adelaide, driven down to Melbourne, driven up to Cairns. That's
Okay.
about it. But I mean, yeah, I guess there is some good places out like Catherine and that near Darwin and
Okay.
Perth.
And then you like Europe for the history.
Yeah, Europe was pretty good for the history.
Okay.
Ash should have been here. He did like a solid
He did Europe
20
as well,
to 30
yeah.
minutes on
Yeah.
Pompeii and shit. Like,
Oh, really?
and neither of us knew about it.
I feel like I should have.
Yeah.
Did he say stuff about the volcano and how
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Like
that. So you two
fossilised
could have had it like full
Yeah.
on.
I haven't been there, but I just sort of.
I know,
saw
'cause
some
I'm not an
documentaries
idiot.
about it.
Like you two jackasses.
Knowledge is power, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does sound intriguing. I just haven't had the
Yeah,
opportunity yet to go and learn about
Okay.
Well,
volcanoes.
Now that you're at you're in safe hands.
You dickhead.
Oops. Scratch that. I said KFC.
That's all right.
We'll figure it out.
We've got the editing king in charge here.
Now that I'm a big cock.
Okay. So you've done Europe. Wait, you've done Asia too, hey?
Not really. Only just Bali and Thailand.
Okay.
I've only been to Singapore as a stopover.
Mm-hmm.
That was about it. But and Vietnam. Well, most of Vietnam. Sorry, I forgot about that. Vietnam was really good. Hey,
Yeah.
I liked it.
Ever been to Russia or the
No,
Ukraine?
but I want to go.
Really?
I actually
Yeah.
have a friend that I talk to on Snapchat that lives in Russia. Yeah.
Why don't you go then?
Wow.
A friend I talked to on. Wait, rewind.
Please don't. He's
Sorry.
Friends
is
that I talked to
Vladimir.
on.
Sorry. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Her name is.
it's not a
It's
her.
Vladimir.
He thought it was a her.
He's got this blonde wig on. He's like,
Come and fight.
Join the rebellion. Mother Russia.
When you went traveling, you were always with people, hey, or were you on your own sometimes?
Sorry, there's pubes in the eyes.
Oh, fuck's in that?
What are you doing?
Must be the dog hair that I from my dog biscuit.
It's not the fucked ice, is it?
No. I don't know, probably.
Anyway.
All my ice just seems to be fucked.
Ah, it's good.
What is that?
I think you fossilised a mosquito in you.
That happened to Ash the other week with a spider.
Yeah.
And then he got distracted and we're like, where's the spider? He's like, fuck, I forgot.
It's like a
He didn't
scorpion.
get distracted. He just instantly forgot about it.
I know.
I've only been to America solo
Okay.
and parts of Bali,
Okay.
but Bali's just Bali.
Is is Thailand the most fucked up thing happened to you?
No,
I'm intrigued.
no, that was fun. Fucked up.
What?
America would have been, New Orleans would have been bad. Fucked up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Do I get to know about either of these?
You have to tell the story.
So in Thailand.
You seem so hesitant.
In Thailand, we were only there for about a week.
Yeah.
And my friend and I, and he had to leave the next day early in the morning. And we had been out a few times to this place called Soy Cowboy. It's like it's an area over there.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
it's like a red light district.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
got-
Renowned for.
Yeah.
even in the Bangkok movie with Nicolas Cage in it, they've got. Are we allowed to say?
Yeah.
Even in that, they've got like the Soy Cowboy area, and you go up there, and there's
Okay.
just lady boys and shit.
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah.
Anyway, so we went up there, and he's like, "Oh, bro, I'm gonna go home."
Did you
because-
know about the area, or did you just like?
Yeah. So his uncle, told us all about it. I don't know whether to say names or not, but yeah.
You can say
You can
names.
say
we
whatever
don't
you
know.
want.
Yeah, so his uncle Gord is just like he's a bit of a pothead, and he's just
Gord.
like, Gordy.
Is his name Gord because he got a big dick?
No, it's Gordon because that's his name. So he does a lot of dealings over in China and stuff, and he knows all about Bangkok, and he used to go there, and he told us all about it, and he gets really into his stories about people that he slept with and shit over there, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So anyway, it was last night. He was leaving the next day early morning, and we're out at this strip joint, and he. Is that the one that you're thinking of?
I don't know, man. I want to hear it first.
So anyway, so he left, and I was there by myself,
Right.
pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And I was dancing with these two chicks.
Yeah.
Ended up taking them back to our place, and then slept with them. And
Wait, I can't remember if were they actually chicks or not.
no, they were. Thank God. They
Okay.
were. I was
That's
so
what you're
fucked
telling
up.
us anyway.
I was so fucked up that
That it wouldn't.
It wouldn't have mattered, yeah.
But there's a part in Philip Morris where he's banging this dude, and he's like, "I'm about to come."
yeah.
Come my ass. And so I was doing the whole solo role play. She's just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" My friend's laughing his ass off. And then we high fived because we're in side by side. That was about it. But also too,
No, I haven't seen it, but I can imagine. What's it called?
I love you, Philip Morris.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
got Jim
okay.
Carrey in it, and
It's like based on
Ewan
the-
McGregor.
Yeah.
It's based on a true story.
Yeah.
But,
You'll find that I haven't seen like any movies.
well, I told you to watch it, and you're like, I ain't watching that shit.
You tell me to watch like 1,000 movies.
Do you know
I
that's
can't
what,
keep track.
Okay, wait. Finish the story. But that's all Matt does is watch movies.
Yeah, I know.
And so anyway, that was that story. The next morning, my friend pisses off, catches the plane and fucks off. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm stuck with these two lovely ladies.
Ladies of the night.
And they are definitely girls because the way they were dressed, there was no bulging down there or anything going on.
We can tuck. I could tuck and you'd never know. Let's try it.
Put some rouge on and a wig.
What's all that bush?
So anyway, I've hopped in the elevator, go downstairs, and I've got these two women beside me.
He's like a
still,
slick
I'm
pimp.
like, yeah,
You keep making like a specific point
They
that they
were
were women. like,
they were girls above age. Don't forget about that.
Yeah.
And people were looking at me as I was coming out because that's what happens over there.
Right.
And we hopped in this tuk-tuk because I had to pay them and I didn't have enough cash on me.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Tuk-tuk's like a little motorbike taxi.
Yeah.
Thing. Oh, you know what it is.
Blippy told me what one of those is.
So the tuk-tuk took us to this shopping centre where the ATM was, and I hopped out, and they hopped out with me. And for some reason, they aren't too kind to hookers over there, and they make them wait outside.
All right.
So anyway, these lovely ladies waited outside as I went into the ATM and the bank and that, and I drew out enough money to then pay them. And as I was walking out of there, the security guard, my body language was I was walking back to them, but the security guard still pulled me up. He's like, "Oi, this way.
Right.
Don't forget to pay them." I was like, "Oh my God." Anyway, so I went out there, paid them. And
What, you walked as if you weren't going to pay them?
No, I was I was walking, but still he was on it. He was obviously looking out for these lovely ladies. So,
Sure.
yeah.
This is not the story I was thinking of.
There's another story where I was at the markets, and
this story?
there's a night markets there. And as we were at the night markets, as you walk past some of the other strip clubs, because they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
People try and drag you into the clubs.
Yeah.
So anyway, we've dragged us into the club, and he's like, "Oh, you get a free drink, rah, rah, rah." So I'm sitting at the desk, and this lady boy sat beside me there.
At the bar?
No, in this booth.
Okay.
Lady boy there, I'm sitting here, my mate's sitting there, there's another chick or boy sitting there.
Chick or boy?
And then there's this guy taking our drink orders, and all of a sudden I feel this hand reaching up my pants and grabbing my junk, and I'm like, "What the fuck was that?"
Is that James's dog?
Yeah.
This is also not the story I was thinking about.
Were you thinking about the taxi cab one?
No, passport thing.
Passport.
Or wallet.
Oh, that was New Orleans.
Oh, really? Okay. We can go there.
Yeah.
Venturing around the world with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was in Thailand.
No, it would have been even scarier in Thailand
Yeah.
for
Okay.
the fact of the language barrier and all that sort of
All right,
shit.
okay, go on. You have a sip, and then I want to hear the story again because it's been a long time since I heard it. It's so good. It's
So-
like a fucking movie.
New Orleans is shit.
Yeah.
Don't fucking go there.
Okay.
No, it's nice. It's
I don't think I'll ever go anywhere.
Bourbon Street.
I don't want to ever go anywhere.
I mean, I want to go lots of places,
Yeah.
but my bank account doesn't let me.
And these stories have put me off.
Yeah. When you travel, don't talk to women.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
I
fucking
won't.
And
snakes.
hide your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't talk to women. They're sluts.
No, they're not sluts.
Summer.
Scratch on it. So, we were in Vegas for my friend's Bucks,
Yeah.
and it was all good there. The women are nice there. We went to this big club called Sapphire, and
Okay.
my friend likes topless women. No, he's sort
What a
of like
weirdo.
he's like he really likes that sort of shit. And
Okay.
Anyway, so I'm like, okay.
The hangover.
And he likes black women as well. So we went after we were there, we went down to New Orleans. And the first night in New Orleans, we met, once again, these two ladies of the night.
Was it the same, mate?
No, my other mate was Nick. This guy is Wong.
Right.
Andrew
Okay.
Wong.
Do they want you saying their names?
Yes, they do.
They do now.
So Andrew Wong lives in Adelaide.
This is his address.
This is, yeah. So the first night we went out, we met these two lovely ladies of the night once again. And the transaction was quite smooth. It was
Nice. That's good to hear.
no. So we met, we talked, We got drinks. We got pretty fucked up. We went back to the unit. For some reason, I couldn't get it up. And that has never, ever happened before.
And never again.
So I said to him, you can have both of them. So he's like, whoa, he's over the moon. Anyway.
Just back on that.
Yeah.
I don't know how in depth you want to go, but that's never happened to me. So what do you do?
So this is I have heard of this happening before, and I thought to myself, that will never happen.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've thought.
But my body must have
is this
not
a drugs
been
thing?
in the mood. Oh well, no, we weren't on drugs or anything because we were in America.
Yeah.
America.
That doesn't mean
but I would be more comfortable taking them here than I would over there. But we hadn't smoked any weed or done any of that shit. And I don't know. It just was just rubber. Like
when you said rubber, all I can imagine is those chicken dog toys.
Pretty much. Just floppy, just like, oh, what's going on? She blew on it a little bit, but it was just spaghetti.
Blew on it?
Yeah, like. Come on.
Pump this shit
like
up.
a candle.
Like a fucking balloon. It's like a clown.
Up the nuts.
Okay.
But it didn't work. So
Okay,
she
that's
went
fair
over
enough.
there. All right,
Yeah,
looking up.
Yeah.
She came back over. It still didn't work. Anyway, so that went all smooth. They then left the unit, and then that was a really good night. And we were like, oh, New Orleans isn't too bad.
Yeah.
The next night we went out. We were standing at the bar. We went out sort of straight away at night time. First bar we went to, I walked over to these ladies and I was like, oh, hey, you guys want a drink? And they're like, yeah, okay.
Different ladies.
This is where it goes pear-shaped.
So well.
So bought some drinks, had some laughs, and they're like, oh, hey, do you guys want to come back to my car and have some weed? And I'm like, sure, why not? So we went back to her car, which she said she was from Texas. The car had different number plates on it.
Yeah.
She had a Russian accent.
Yeah, and like I was picking up all these things, and I was like, oh, it's fucking weird. Rah, rah. We're sitting in the car was fucking filthy anyway. She rolled up this joint or whatever, started smoking it. And I was like, oh, give it a go. It started to be a Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And it fucked me up pretty bad. And I was just like, oh, God.
Yeah, apparently the weed here is shit.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
whether.
I've heard that.
I would say it was laced for something, but it wasn't. It was just good weed.
Especially if she smoked it as well.
Yeah, she was just like, started driving. I'm just like,
Where are we going? Kidnapped Matt.
yeah, so anyway, I went to the car with this one chick and I smoked with her, and then my friend was with the other chick and they came to the car. They hopped into the car and I was like, oh, it'd be a good idea if we went back to the unit and we sort of like had a party there or something. And she's like, oh, yeah, no, let's do that. So we left Bourbon Street.
Pause for sip.
Yeah. Prepare.
We left Bourbon Street. Went to the servo there because at servos over there you can buy alcohol or whatever you want over there. So we went there. I bought a couple of bottles of alcohol, some premixes and all that sort of shit. Jumped back in the car. They were pretty psyched. We went back to the unit and we started drinking. Before we went into the unit, we smoked up again in the car.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fucked up. And I was like, fuck, okay. So we went up to the hotel and I was sitting on my bed and it was only a little room. Like it was like
a hotel room.
Yeah. 2 beds and a bench and a TV.
Yeah.
That was it. There was no like separate rooms or whatever.
Okay.
So I'm sitting on the bed and this the worst feeling came over me. Like
Okay.
I'm about to get jacked or robbed or
Yeah,
something. And I was like, fuck, I freaked out.
What am I done?
And I was like, fuck, man, we got to get these chicks out of here. I don't know. I thought it was the weed. And I'm like, oh, man.
Oh, paranoid.
So
and
I
shit.
said to him, I'm like, we just got up there and I was trying to talk up the party and, it's going to be sick and shit. And then
got all this,
then I'm doing the backflip like, we should really go out to the casino.
Yeah.
Because it was just downstairs across the road. So my friend looked at me. He's like, what? We just got back here. And I'm like, oh, no, man, let's go to the casino. And he's like,
I don't think I can get hard yet.
So anyway, and then the chicks were coming on to us like, oh, no, let's just stay here. Or, and she's like, oh, don't you want to hook up with me? And then I'm like, yeah, I do. We'll just go down to the casino first. Or,
Yeah.
And so my mate's like, all right, let me have a shower. So he fucks off to the shower and has a shower, and I'm still sitting there. Can't really remember what I was doing because I was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's come back out and he's getting dressed and shit, and I'm like, oh, I'm cool to go the way I am, because in my mind, I'm like, as soon as we get downstairs, I'm like, fuck it. See you later. I'm going back upstairs.
For sure.
And he said,
But I didn't communicate this to my friend.
he knows what I was doing. So anyway, he starts getting ready and he's like, where the fuck's my wallet at? Have you seen my wallet? And I'm like, oh, no. He goes, oh, fuck. And he's not someone that would lose shit.
Yeah.
He goes, I thought it was just on the bedside table. And I was like, oh. And one of the girls go, oh, maybe it's in the car. And I'm like, oh, maybe it's in the car. So they're like, let's go down and check. And before we did that, though, it got a little bit heated. He's like, nah, it's not in the fucking car. He said, I put it on the bedside table. One of you bitches have it. Which one of you fucking bitches have it?
He's not like you or Ash that doesn't like confrontation. He's like,
I'll just be like, oh, my wallet's gone.
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
But he was like, nah, where the fuck's my shit? Have one of you got it? They're like, oh, no, we don't have it. And they were like pretty taken back, and they were helping search and shit. And I was like, bro, they wouldn't have your wallet. Why would they have that? I had my laptop and shit on the side there. So anyway, he started freaking out, and he's just grabbed his passport and his money and everything like that, and he's thrown it into his bag, and he's zip-locked his bag to a chair in the room. Yeah. And he was telling me, he's like, fuck, you know, you got to do this shit when you go backpacking in Europe by yourself because people are fucked. Anyway, so I'm like, don't overreact. I'll go downstairs with one of the chicks and have a look and see if the wallet's in the car. Right. He's like, okay. So we've gone downstairs, just me and a chick downstairs, and we started to look through the car, couldn't find it anywhere, and the chick's like, oh, do you want another smoke? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, why not?
We're not doing anything.
It's not important.
Yeah. So we had had a smoke and that, and I'm like, where the fuck's his wallet at? And she's like, oh, I'll drive around to the front of the hotel for you, so then you can, up underneath and we can have a look and shit. And I'm like, oh, sure, okay. So she's driven around and she's right in front of the entrance, and then there's the security table right there, and there was security there. There was a big dude just standing there, leaning on the bench, just looking at what's going on. And I'm sitting in the front seat, and Wong's come out the door with the chick. And he's like, it's not fucking upstairs. I don't know where it is. And I'm like, oh, we had a bit of a look in here. He's opened the back door and he's looking through the shit. And he picked up a set of knuckle dusters. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty weird having in the car.
What are these doing here?
Anyway, just as that happened, because I was sitting in the car and I was looking behind me like that, looking at him doing this shit, the chick was there, and the other chick walked back inside, upstairs, took off, went upstairs. She had his key card, and she went into the room. She went into the room. She's opened our door, grabbed his whole fucking suitcase, and then he's looking at me. He's like, oh, where's the other chick? I'm like, have you got your key card? He's like, nah, I gave it to her.
Why did he give it to her?
Oh, because on the way out, what happened? On the way out, on the way out of the hotel room, it was me and the two chicks. And one chick said to me, I'll go back and see you, mate, and see if it's still up here. Yeah. So she's taken my key card off me. Right. And that's how I didn't have a key card. Then so anyway, so back to where we are. He's in the back of the car looking around. Yeah. Okay. She's fucked off now. She's gone upstairs with the key card.
Your key card.
And what happens is the elevator comes down, and it can come down to a landing on level 1, and you can walk down the steps outside. Yeah. Or you can come down to reception and go out the gates this way.
At the front.
So she's gone upstairs. She's come down to level 1. I've gone inside to see if she's coming down. He's gone inside. No, she's not coming down. We've gone back outside. Old Love's locked up the car, and she started to drive off. Andrew ran around, jumped on a bonnet, banging on it, while on the car, bang, 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 pull the fuck over. Old mate security guard's just like this. I'm on the back of the tailgate, like trying to open the door, but it was locked. So she's driving, she's dragging me. Andrew's on the bonnet, bang, bang, bang. She's taken off. He's rolled off the bonnet. I've let go. I was like, fuck that.
So far.
I ran back inside because I thought she may have come down to the reception. She didn't come down there. As he rolled off the bonnet, he ran after the car. And as he was running after the car, there was an alleyway, and she was already out there waiting with the suitcase. So he's stopped chasing her.
Yeah.
And he's ran over to the suitcase and with her, and he's jumped on his suitcase, and she's just trying to drag it to the car. This fucking cab rolls by, and Andrew's like, fucking help me, help. Fucking these chicks are stealing my shit. Cab's just like,
America.
where's you going at, bro?
Yeah.
Stupid tourist.
Anyway, so and then as she's dragging the suitcase to the car, the chick in the car is just like, just fucking stab him, just fucking kill him. And meanwhile, I'm in the reception like, I wonder if they're coming down. Like,
I'm so high right now.
yeah. So in my mind, while all
Scene
this
in the
shit,
movie where it cuts back to man.
yeah. In my mind, while all this shit's going on, I'm sitting in the reception just like, and all I
Do you
seen
think these
was
chicks are actually going to fuck us?
all I seen was like him come through the other doors, all messed up and shit with his suitcase, and I was like, fuck, what happened to you? Down here. And that's what happened. She fucking was out there.
Yeah.
He jumped on the suitcase. She tried to drag it into the car. Anyway, they obviously didn't get it into the car. They've just jumped in the car. They fucked off. They did have his wallet, though, because down the road they tried to use his ATM cards. And lucky with your phone and shit, you can stop them straight away.
Yeah.
So he'd stopped his cards. He still had his passport and everything there. And so he just sort of rolled back in, and I'm like, fuck, man, what happened to you? He goes, them fucking bitches. Anyway, so we went to the front, and we're like, because I was stressed. I was like, fuck, what if they come back with like fucking 20 dudes?
They know where our room is and shit. They have the key card still, right?
Yeah. Oh, and also too, as this was going on, sorry, I forgot to add that in. As the old love had my card, she took Andrew's card as well for some reason, and she went off. And as we've run back inside, we're trying to get the lady at reception to cut us a new key, like scan a new card for us to go up there and get it. And she's just fucking taking a sweet ass time. Just like, oh yeah, what room are you? Yeah, let me see if I can just scan that for you.
It's like, what's that movie where there's a sloth?
Zootopia.
Yes. It was pretty fucking hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's intense.
That's why I was like, fuck New Orleans.
Yeah.
That's so... It's an actual movie.
Yeah, that's the shit that scares me from traveling. Because we used to watch that show. There was like a show about people who traveled overseas, and like that sort of shit happened.
Yeah. I'm like,
fuck.
I would never think.
I guarantee it happened to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that's an Australian... Like, Australians are like genuinely really trusting. Of
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was telling these boys the other week, like the worst thing that ever happened to me was we went on like a cruise, and you pull up to, I think it was Vanuatu or something. Have you been on a cruise? And you pull up and there's like those markets and shit.
Don't say your name to them.
Why?
Oh, because as soon as you get off, they're like, oh, what's your name? What's your name? You're like, James. And they start carving it into the bit of wood. And they're like,
This is for you.
yeah.
I made it for you. Pay me.
Yeah.
No, so I had like a Chicago Bulls jersey on.
Yeah.
And we were walking through the markets, and then once you get past the markets, there's that other gate, and there's all the cab drivers and shit.
And the road then goes on into Vanuatu. Yeah.
Exactly. So everyone's trying to get you in their cab and shit. And then we find this one bloke, I don't know why, we just clicked with him, and we're like, he's like, all right, come with me. And he ended up being like a top bloke. But as we were walking to his cab, there was a bloke sitting on like a log on the side of the road. And he's like, give me your jersey. And I was like, I didn't know what was going on. So I'm like, ha ha ha, like laughing.
Yeah.
And the cab driver like pulls me closer to him. He's like, and he's like, no, he's being serious. Like, he'll kill you for your jersey or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God.
Get me in the cab.
Yeah, get me in your non-protective cab. And
It's a rip-off, man. You can have it.
I bought it from that guy over there.
100%. But yeah, your story's fucking
That's crazy.
intense.
Yeah.
No, it's just so nuts. I don't understand. Like,
And you want to go back.
Oh, sick.
yeah.
Got to go back and try and get hard this time.
Yeah.
After that, what happened? Did you guys like? It's such a mood killer for them.
Well, yeah. After that, we were like, "Fuck!" So we went back up to the room and just sort of sat there.
Yeah,
and
a bit
just tried
stressed
to-
and buzzed out.
100%.
Did you move, did you like ask for a room switch?
we did. We're like, "Can we get a?" No, we told them. They saw half the story. I'm like, that fucking idiot outside that's a security guard.
Yeah.
Watched all of it go down and didn't do anything. He knows what's going on. I said, can we get a different room? They're like, oh, sorry, sir, we're fully booked. So, but we can cut you new key cards if you want. And then I'm just like, oh, okay. So we're sort of sitting there, packed up all our shit in the room and sort of just like zip tied it or hid it and shit, just in case we fell asleep at night and they came back.
Yeah.
Every time you'd hear someone walk down the hallway and touch the door with a key card,
That's fucked.
but next door you'd be like,
Is it not like you couldn't have just found a different hotel? Like be like, oh fuck, this is too.
Or just go to the
that
7
much money.
Go to the 7-Eleven and get a gun.
Yeah. Oh, it was like so much shit was running through my head. I'm like, these fucking cunts, they're going to come back with like 20 guys and fuck us all up,
fucking-
steal our shit properly.
So how many more days did you have there before
We
you
only
went?
had 4 days, I think, left.
That's still a lot.
After
Of like no sleep.
Yeah.
After the third day, though, it was sort of like, all right, they're not coming back.
Yeah.
They were just sort of,
Then they came
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Let's give him another chance.
Hey guys, still got those drinks.
That's hectic.
So
Glad I haven't travelled.
That would have to be probably the worst situation I've been in, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's pretty
I
bad.
would hope so, yeah. That's
like-
hectic.
I don't know. We've been around, but I never have anything crazy like that happen ever.
Well, when you hang out with idiots and myself, just shit happens, I guess.
Yeah, pretty funny.
That's intense.
Just reveling.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about making it like writing the story out? And making
Not really. I thought I can't really write for shit, but I can tell it.
dictaphone? Just
yeah.
tell it.
Yeah.
Just say it into your microphone and then
Yeah.
write it
Well,
down.
there you go. Now it's recorded. Yeah. Rights. I'm selling this. You heard it first on Can't Get Worse.
We've got enough movie ideas together. We came up with another sick one the other day.
Did you really?
Well, I thought of it. I don't know if Matt was keen on it.
Well, why not ask me about the first horror movie idea that you told me? He didn't even know it was a movie.
Okay.
It's like, what are you talking
So
about?
I get these random ideas and I'm like, hey, Matt, reckon this would be a good movie? He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm going to work. I'm like, yeah, Matt and I just made a movie.
It's like, I made a movie in my head and I told Matt about it.
This is what happened. The boss is like, am I going to fucking make any money this financial year? This is fucked. Rah, 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 rah. James leaned over and he goes, I got an idea for a movie.
I
mate."
thought-
and I was just like,
Yeah, the boss.
serious? Just gotta
The
give
boss
him
was at a
song.
breaking point, and he's like, he's like flipping out. He's
Was
like,
he still there?
hey,
Was he there when you were
Yeah.
like, I've got
yeah,
an idea?
that's the bad part. He was like, he
gave
was
him the
going
song
on. He was
too.
on a full tangent. He's like, I'm never going to make any money. What do I do? Blah, blah, blah. And then this idea popped in my head and I giggled because I just wrote a whole script in my head as he was saying this. And then I so badly wanted to tell Matt, and then the boss finally left. And I'm like,
No,
I'm
he
like,
was still there.
Was he?
You're like, oh, Matt, I've got an idea for a movie.
That's why I was like, was he still in the thing?
And I'm like, click, click, click.
Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me, James.
Like,
Okay.
are you
I didn't.
What's wrong with you?
poking the bear?
When I've got an idea, I've got an idea.
It's hot. It's coming
Yeah.
out of me.
It's a comedian thing. Gotta write that shit
fuck.
down.
It was a good idea too.
All right, well, let's hear it now.
No, I don't want to give it away.
What? Really? Is that good of an idea?
I reckon it's pretty good.
It is. It was pretty good.
You could go off on so many different tangents with it as well.
It'd
All right.
suit
Now you're going to
more
weave his story into it?
Yeah.
Could. Oh, nice.
It'd suit more like South Park. It's that sort of story.
Yeah, I guess.
Right, so you can't make a movie out of it.
Yeah, you probably could.
Probably could. Make anything out
They
of it.
made a movie called The Human Centipede. I mean,
true.
Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
There's no rules anymore. There's no rules and everyone can be a movie star.
Were they all transgenders or what was that?
Fucking hell.
That's intense. Well, hopefully this year's America trip goes a little smoother. Are you going to New Orleans?
So I have another story.
Yeah?
Fuck, I might need... Oh, no, I've still got a little bit.
Okay.
So this is the first time we went to America and everything, and I was quite excited because I like
I jizzed on them when we landed.
I like the fact they have good nose candy over there.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is cool. Anyway, so we were in LA for a couple of days and we drove up to San Francisco. And we're in San Francisco. And when we were at San Francisco, we stayed in a hostel up there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm pointing at the bench. We stayed in a hostel up there. And the hostel it was a four bunk dorm. And it was me and two other friends. And at the time we were there, the other bed wasn't full. So
Different friends from the other trip?
No, one Lee was the same one and Lats was a different one.
Okay.
And we used to you go downstairs and you drink in the communal hall and you meet people. I met this fella, Andreas, from
Madrid.
Chile.
Okay.
And back then, I guess, he knew more about Oakland than we did.
Okay.
I just thought Oakland was another area from San Francisco.
Yeah.
But we dressed up we bought these onesies over there. My friend bought a Superman onesie and I bought a monkey onesie.
Okay.
Thought it'd be a good idea to go out clubbing in it.
I just pictured you saying, my mate dressed up in blue plaid, I dressed up in red.
Anyway, we've done this and we went to this strip club in Oakland. But when we pulled up, this fella Andreas was in the back of the cab.
Okay.
And he's like, I'm not getting out here, guys. And we're like, why not? And he goes, this is a bad neighborhood. And we're like, okay. So we hopped out. We were fucked up. We were so wasted.
The guy that knows more about the area.
We were so wasted. Anyway, he left with the cab and must have went back. And we got out and we tried to get into the strip club, but they wouldn't let us in because we were in onesies.
Okay.
So I've gone around the back to the side. And as
This is not the matter, no.
as I walked around the side, there were these two strippers, like they were having a smoker or whatever, sitting on the stairs. So I started chatting.
Hey, you want to come back to my apartment?
I can't get hard, but I'm good for a laugh.
Look at me. So I was actually having a good old conversation with them. I can't remember what I was saying because I was fucked up, but I remember talking to them. They're like, "Oh, you're cute," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm from Australia. What's going on?"
Did you put it on thick?
Yeah, fuck yeah. There you go, mate. Yeah. So we done. Well, I was there, and then
Give us a drag of your diary.
give us a bum puff.
When I went through my chat roulette stage, the chicks would be like, "You're from Australia. Say something to us," and I'd be like, just the most Australian sentence I could think of. They'd be like, "Oh, here's my tits."
Dingo got my baby.
Anyway.
So anyway, I was talking to these ladies, and this dude came around the corner. Must have been a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's like, "Oh, you chasing some blow?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, how much?" He's like, $100. I'm like, "Oh yeah, sweet." He's like, "Do you want a sample?" I'm like, "Shit, yeah." So he's just put it on his hand, and I'm going. Anyway, I'm like, "Oh, sweet, I'll go get you $100. Pull my wallet out, no money. I'm like, "Oh my fucking God." The dude's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, I haven't got any money." And then
I do have this cute Australian accent though.
and I've got a quick release back.
Have you seen my mouth?
Anyway, so I looked at my friend and he just looked at me and he's like, "You're on your own." And he walked off and my other mate.
Are you still
my
mates with him?
friend?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Anyway, he taught me a proper life lesson that you shouldn't do that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
My
fair
other
enough.
friend actually helped me out, but I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I've got my key card. I'll go up and draw some money out." So I've gone up to draw some money out, and I was so fucked up. I was fucking up all the numbers trying to draw money out. Ended up
Locked his card.
locked my
Did
card.
you really?
Yeah, couldn't get money out because it was like 19. They give you a code for the money cards.
Okay.
And if you don't change,
It's like a travel card, not
Yeah.
your actual.
Yeah,
so,
right.
so you put it in there, and it was like 1975, and I was going 1947, 1970. Yeah, I kept fucking it up, and then I couldn't draw money out. And then I'm like, "Hey, lads, can you get some money out for this guy?" He's like, "Yeah, okay." So he's got some money out and gave it to him, and then it actually ended pretty good. There was
Got more.
no stabbing or anything there.
Yeah.
Wait, so the $100 was for the sample he gave you?
It was for that, and then also,
okay.
yeah.
And then what? You went inside.
Oh no! Then we just hopped.
Oh,
in
you
the
couldn't
cab.
get inside?
No, we couldn't get inside, so we just hopped in the cab and went back. And that was the night that we were catching an international flight. That's right. Because then after that, we went
I
back.
would be so stressed about jumping on a plane. I would not even like leave the hotel. I'd be at the airport that morning. Like
We went, but I think we were flying from San Francisco to Vancouver.
But the thing is, wait, sorry, you got to remember his travel was like not exactly planned out, right? Was it? It was like, oh, we're going to be here for a few days.
Yeah,
and then leave.
loosely.
Be here for a few days, and then so it's like,
So on that last night, we were like, oh, fuck, and I still had some thing. And we stayed up all night because the flight was like 6 a.m. So
Yeah.
we got to be there 3 hours before. So we had to be at like 3 a.m. So yeah, we're walking in to this international flight.
off.
At one, it wasn't that one there, but I think when we were leaving Vancouver to go to New York, we went into the airport,
yeah,
and the lady is like, "Excuse me, guys, have you been drinking tonight?" And we're like, "Oh, yeah, we've had a couple." She's like, I shouldn't let you guys fly because of this." But she's like, and we're like, "Oh, come on, we're from Australia." And she's like, "All right, as long as you guys don't have any drinks when you go through and wait for the plane and shit." So we're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, sweet." But yeah, that was pretty crazy.
And then we went through and had drinks.
Yeah.
So no, we didn't do that.
yeah.
Oh.
Not worth
Pussies.
getting kicked off.
No, well, yeah. We were so fucked up.
It's so
Yeah.
so crazy.
That's insane. Well, I can't wait for the next round of stories when you
You think it's
go
going
to
to be
America.
more tame this time?
I'd say so because
Wait. You said the person who you're going for this time
yeah,
is the same guy who got his wallet stolen.
yeah, he's the same guy, but it's his bucks party. So it's going to be wild, but I'm hoping
We're already writing the
yeah,
sequel.
yeah, yeah.
This is real life hangover.
Yeah, basically.
They should burn that fucking place to the ground.
Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, but actually Mexico was pretty good.
Yeah?
Fuck, you've
was.
been everywhere.
But there weren't any bad stories from Mexico. Just the fact that you could walk into the toilets
Yeah.
and instead of someone going tissue,
Yeah.
they're like blow. You're like no. But
Was there any sex shows and shit?
no, we tried to look for a donkey show, but we couldn't find one, and I found out they got them in Tijuana. So
Okay.
I'm like,
We're going to
I'm
Tijuana.
going to Tijuana, gonna see that shit.
It's apparently like really depressing. Like,
I hope so.
yeah. It's like you go there and like, oh, this is not good.
Our life ain't that bad.
Yeah.
I'm not that horse or that chick.
I'm never coming back.
I've got a new gig, Jeff.
I've got a new job. I got me to dress up in this. I got to dress up in this donkey suit.
I dress up in this wig.
That's insane.
So good.
You make me want to travel, Matt.
I don't know how I'd handle any
Yeah.
situation like that.
Yeah, I don't think I would. But hopefully I wouldn't find myself in one of those situations.
Actually, there was another situation in Germany. Can I go to the toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Oh, let's pause it because I've got to go as well.
Do you really? I'll
Yeah.
just talk to myself.
Hey, Adrian, how you going?
Actually,
Well, you can't both fucking go to the toilet, can you?
I've got an ensuite and a bathroom. I've done all right.
This is my fancy house. No, leave it.
All right.
Yeah.
You might have to edit out. Like,
Nah, we don't edit here. They're both leaving the room, and it's just me. So, I don't really know what else to talk about. I don't have much to talk about. What did I see on the internet today? What was it? I saw something that I wanted to bring up, and now I can't find it. Did I send it to myself? Let's see. No. It's just about a dude that speed walks as a sport. I don't know how pussy of a sport speed walking is, but it doesn't look that interesting. Olympic speed walker. He's got long legs. He looks like he's got rubber band legs. What the fuck is going on? All right, I'm going to send this to James and we can talk about this in a sec. Send. Hang on. Got my snake. All right, let me see if I can send this to James. Forward. James. Send. Okay. I sent you a video.
Send me a video.
Yeah. To the group chat. I said, how bitch of a sport is speed walking? I didn't know if you wanted to put it up on the thing, but I was like, this dude looks like he's got fucking rubber legs.
We can do. Yeah.
Anyway,
All right.
we're back for a story.
Matt and I are back from sucking each other off. Yeah.
That's pretty quick. You couldn't get it up?
I was just slapping his lip. tongue.
Oh, Adrian.
Why
Lucky.
is it not coming up to send this?
Huh?
All right. Hit us with your story while I try and send this to my laptop. Do you remember it?
So Germany.
Germany.
A friend I've got is
Sprechende Deutsch.
he's not racist, but
Whenever you start a sentence with "I'm not racist,"
He's
but
definitely racist.
he kind of he's a little bit Hitlerish. Let's just say that. So anyway,
what does that even mean?
he doesn't like some ethnic groups,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
But in Germany, and he's very passionate, I guess. So in Germany, at where were we?
Won't let me airdrop this for some reason.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me airdrop either.
I don't know.
Anyway,
We're in Munich, Munich, because that's where Beer Fest or like Oktoberfest or whatever it is. It's,
Ash should have been here.
Yeah.
and anyway, so that was.
Did you have to buy actual Lederhosen too?
Yeah, I did. I've still got it at home.
So does he.
I'll wear it next time. We'll both wear it.
Ash wants to, yeah, you should come for that one then.
Yeah.
Ash wants to do like an Oktoberfest episode
Oh, yeah.
because he's like, I've got the legitimate ones.
You can be like, you're not the only one. We should come up with like just some shit, the fucking worst ones we could find.
Go to Brisbane and get
It'd be
a
like, yeah, Chewbacca wearing one.
paper ones or something.
Then like there's cross Halloween things where it's like two things at the same time.
So anyway, in Munich, in Munich, they've got it's obviously that was an epicenter of just getting cleansed and stuff like that. But right now it's full of Arabs and stuff like that. And
Okay.
my friend got really drunk at Oktoberfest, and we went back to the place we were staying
The not
at.
racist one.
No, the racist one. We got the not racist one.
Yeah.
Thanks for the pickup. Sorry, I had to clarify that. So anyway, we got back to there, and it's really weird over there. They've got, I guess they've got shop fronts underneath, and then places upstairs that you can rent out.
Yeah, okay.
Like to stay, like accommodation.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're not actually hotels or anything like that.
Kind of like Airbnb type things.
So we're just sort of another story, but we were up there, and they went out, and I come back because I got really hammered drunk, and I was like, oh fuck, the night before, so I'll sleep tonight. And I'm laying there, I'm trying to sleep, and he's just being a fucking wanker, just drunk, just mumbling, blah, 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 talking shit, and then he just
To who?
Just in general.
To the void?
He was just like, oh, this is fucking bull. Like, pretty much like, this is fucking bullshit. Fucking Hitler would be so mad. like that sort of drunk shit. Like, that's how drunk he was.
Right.
And he started throwing bottles out the window. Which were just onto the footpath. And downstairs, there was some fucking nightclub. It happened to be a strip club or a nightclub, I don't know, but there were obviously some shady shit going on because there was a real nice Mercedes down there sitting out the front, and the bottle hit it. And then all of a sudden, I'm laying there with my eyes closed. I've heard this.
Please no.
I've heard this, and I'm like, what a fucking idiot. And then I've heard this, and then he's laid down and gone to sleep. And I'm like, what the fuck has he done?
Wait, was he on the balcony?
No. So over there, where his bed was, you could open the windows,
Yeah,
and then you could look down onto the street. So, and
Right.
it was only like one story up,
Right,
so
yeah.
it wasn't. It
Yeah, it
wasn't
was
like
like-
someone.
yeah.
Where'd that come from? So anyway, heard this knock on the door. Lee, my other friend, speaks German and had lived in Germany as an exchange student when he was younger. And he's sort of like, "Lats, you fucking idiot." And this dude came up and he was super pissed. So he's come up to the door, he's opened the door and he's like, "Which one of you fucking," like in German, he obviously said, "Which one of you fucking idiots threw something at my car?" And I'm still laying there with my eyes closed.
Please. If I don't open my eyes.
I'm listening to my friend to see if he says anything. Lats is just doing nothing. And Lee's just standing at the door like, oh, it wasn't us, honestly. Started talking and stuff. Anyway, 5 minutes went past of like negotiating because he knew where it came from.
Yeah.
And Lats is just still stone cold.
You went to bed instantly.
The fella left pissed off.
Yeah.
And he's like, fuck, right. Anyway, close the door. As soon as close the door, Lee's just like, "You fucking idiot. Why'd you do that shit for?" "Oh, sorry, man." Oh. I'm like,
I wasn't actually asleep.
I'm like, "You're such a bitch."
But how else would that end otherwise?
Obviously they would have punched him up or
Yeah.
fucking something because throwing a bottle at a car, any car,
Yeah.
just
fuck it
cause
up.
Yeah.
Insane.
That's the preamble to the thing.
Yeah. The other story I had was don't go to Athens.
What's wrong with Athens?
So it's these two chicks, right?
So no, actually, there's
So
no
we're at a
chicks
strip
over
club.
there. So anyway, we this same fella Lats chose this hotel. It was called the Cosmopolitan,
Okay.
and the Cosmopolitan in Vegas is really
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
The Cosmopolitan in Athens is a fucking whorehouse where they rent out rooms.
Like an actual
For I'm serious. They rent out rooms for 30 minutes where people go in and fuck. I was laying in
Oh
my
my
bed.
god! And there was jizz next to my
I
head.
was laying in my bed on my laptop and I'm just ticking away, and then all of a sudden I heard this, and I'm like, no.
Did I leave a browser open?
Is that? No. So anyway, I looked at my mate, looked at Lee and Lats, and I'm like, "Do you fucking hear that?" They're like, "Yep." So I've opened the door, stuck my head out, and there's like, you could hear it again. I'm like, "Boy, people are fucking on this level, hey." So anyway, we sort of cottoned on because there was a cart that went up and down our level that was just constantly cleaning and cleansing shit, and it was a proper place where people would come up for 30 minutes and fuck. And anyway, so the shit gets deeper because we went downstairs, and as we walked out the front and I looked to the side, there was a movie theater there, but it wasn't any sort of movie theater. It was a fucking peep show where people would go and obviously jerk off and jerk other, and it was all men on men shit.
Oh my god!
So anyway,
How did you know that though?
Oh, because we sort of
Someone in
we
there.
Paid for 30 minutes.
we started googling stuff, and then Lee's just like, "What the fuck did you choose this place for?"
I googled it. It had good reviews.
And he had some sort of sex website on his phone. It was like it wasn't Wikipedia, but it was like WikiSex or something like that, and it showed places around cities where they have that sort of stuff. Kind of
Was it so? It was intentional.
obviously for him,
Yeah.
But,
What if he was trying to come out to you guys?
but he didn't. I don't think he preempted the fact that it was like more dude on dude stuff than women on women. And then we went on air on free TV. They had a 24/7 channel of anal,
Oh my god!
just anal. Like
Comes free with your 30 minutes.
That's why.
like straight or gay or mixture.
whatever you want to. And it was like,
Fuck, what if it switched videos while you're halfway through?
just keep going.
It's like,
I can't get hard anyway.
in 5 minutes it'll switch.
So it was a pretty fucked up place, hey. And so anyway, my other friend Lee had a missus at the time, and he was like, "Go downstairs, and I'm going to talk to my missus and have a wank. I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So anyway, we've gone downstairs and we're sitting at the front of the hotel, and this dude rocked up out of the cinemas in like a crop top and short shorts, and he was rubbing his belly button.
Oh my god!
And we're Lats and I
don't need I'm good.
Yeah, I'm sitting down on this step, and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, what are you guys doing in Athens?" And I'm like, we're just here on a holiday." He goes, "How long are you staying here for?" And I'm like, "We were meant to be here for one day because we were meant to catch the boats over to the islands, but they went on a ferry strike, so we had to stay there longer."
Yeah.
And we said, "So we're here for about 3
He's
days."
like, I'm the ferry driver.
Yeah. And he's like, and the fella's like, "Oh, 3 days is a long time. You guys just sure you don't want to do anything else?" And I'm just like, no way. Yeah. Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
So what did you do for 3 days?
So where we were, you'd walk up to this little area here that was like sort of like a city centre, but because it had been overrun by refugees, there was just like all these refugees that would sit in there, and every time you'd walk through, they'd beg for money and shit.
That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then you'd walk down the other sort of street, and then just over there you could see the ruins and stuff of like the Athens ruins.
They didn't show that in the 2004 Athens
No,
games
they
footage.
didn't. They blocked all that shit out.
Yeah.
And
It's like, we've got this one shot and that's it.
It's kind of like in Brazil when they did that. Because I used to work with a Brazilian that screens them all.
Yeah.
And he was telling me how bad Brazil is. And
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, but they had the Olympics there in 2016. And he goes, they used to shuttle them from where they were to their venues with security, and they wouldn't let them get out or do anything because he said it is that fucking bad over there.
Yeah.
And
Did you guys hear about, I don't know if it's like the next World Cup or next Olympics or something, but they're banning like sex altogether?
Oh, they can't have sex with each other because apparently the Olympics is like
Olympics is like renowned for it, but it's like they've put a blanket rule unless you take your
How can
husband
you
or
do
wife
that? How can you?
because of their beliefs in that country or something.
Where is it? I thought,
Brisbane's in not next.
2030?
Next
It wouldn't be Brisbane; they'd encourage it. It'd be like, come down to the valley.
come down to the valley.
Oh,
What did you
I
say?
don't think
So what did you
don't
say?
think I'm so sex banned on. Yeah, FIFA World Cup. Yeah, this could be it. Sex ban.
Could face jail time.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can
Qatar.
go to jail if you get caught having sex if it's not your husband or wife.
Okay.
what if it's
Oh, Sharia law?
What if it's your sister?
Yeah, in Qatar.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been there, Matt?
Qatar. No, I haven't been there.
Yeah, right.
It's in near the UAE and that. I do want to go there though.
Yeah,
It would be
Yeah.
good
Just to
go.
Dubai.
Yeah.
I'd be keen to go there. We should organise a trip. You sound
Maybe
like
we
a
should,
fun
yeah.
travel
Yeah.
buddy.
There's just so much fucked up shit. I'm like, oh. No, you gotta be down. You gotta be down.
Yeah.
Man.
It was pretty fucked up there in Athens. They so they used to have an airport down by the water,
Okay.
and that has been overrun by refugees. I think that's when they started to come in. All the refugees, they used to put them there.
Yeah.
They took us on a bus tour, and we went down there, and it just showed just all refugees in there. All the windows had been boarded up. There were just old clothes hanging on fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just like turned into a dive.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Fucking hell.
Apparently, some places in India are really fucked up too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
You don't realise, honestly.
Like the world, like some
Yeah,
places around the world
yeah.
are fucked.
I could imagine.
And yeah, that's why the Europe was having issues. They wanted to kick Athens out of their group because they're bringing the euro down because it's just so fucked.
Yeah, right.
But yeah,
Fucking hell. Well, those are some intriguing stories,
go.
Matt.
Those
Fucking-
Stories.
I have plenty more.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to have to get you back again with Ash.
Yeah.
You two can go on a little Europe tangent. But Ash will be like, we had so much fun doing this, and this. And you'll be like, I got raped. I got raped in Hungary.
Actually,
Now that you mention it.
Hungary was pretty fucked up. Actually, it was a good place.
Try to get me to make a
we could-
goulash.
I feel like for the next one we should get a globe and just spin it and go, "What?
Tell me a story."
Yeah, what happened here that was fucked up?
Oh man,
That's intense.
I'm trying to think if you told me any other stories that I can remember.
The one in Hungary was more like a.
That's such a stab in the dark.
I
could have said any country.
we stayed in a hostel there, and it was just like it was almost like stepping into a cult.
Right.
Really?
At the one we stayed at, we knew it was going to be fucked up. When we booked, there was like chalk and shit all over the
Same
walls.
dudes that booked the gay sex fucking
Yeah,
hotel.
it was a combined decision
Okay,
to choose this
so
one.
we have
But
this
anyway,
option.
But on the photos of the place, it actually looked like you walked. So it was a square compound. It looked like you walked into it, and it had a pretty garden there, a little bar over here. It actually, they sold it quite well,
Yeah.
and they had it like cool chalk drawings and shit on the wall that artists had done.
Yeah.
We walked in, some fucking dude was there, short shorts, thongs, and just like, hey,
top.
hey, and I,
Same guy.
my friend and I, Lats, were just like, where's the reception to sign in? He's like, oh, bruh, welcome shots. Oh, here, have this. It was some fucking disgusting jelly thing that tastes like shit. Anyway, so we're like, yeah, okay.
What did you drink it?
Yeah.
No, we didn't. We just like, oh, okay, we'll do it after we sign in. Right? He's like, oh, okay, come over here. Anyway, he's walked behind there and he's just like, what are your names? This guy was pretty much, he was the cult leader.
Yeah.
And if you didn't get on with him, you were fucking pushed to the side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If you took the shots, you'd be brainwashed.
Yeah.
And it was like that. It was like the people that were there had been there for seasons and they hadn't left. And
What?
it was just like,
Why?
it was like a ratty Denny type thing. Like where they had their movie night and thing, that was just like the mattress they laid on had holes and it was ripped everywhere. It was just dark. It was disgusting. It was
you
like
lay on the
a
mattress?
fucking cracked it. Well, I pulled the needle out of my arm.
So let me sniff this mattress.
No, it was that.
I wonder if they actually put something in
That
this.
would have to be
friggin'
the
shots.
worst place I've stayed at. But actual Hungary was a really lovely place to visit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's
that
got
was
heaps of crazy
fucked.
architecture there too.
Yeah. Massive castle and shit there.
I just know like something bad would happen if I ever travel.
Oh,
So I'm just like,
From did you not ever get
home to
worried?
work, home to work.
Did you not
Nothing
ever,
can go wrong.
yeah, I was like, did you not ever get worried like that, like hostel type shit would happen?
oh well, that movie, had already been out. And I was
Yeah.
like, and I can see how it could happen.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
legitimately.
You get drugged,
Yeah.
and then that's like fucking
Yeah.
shit.
When I was in Poland, I just thought of another story. When I was in Poland, I was so fucked up that, and the thing with Poland is like, all of their clubs and stuff is underground.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
So everything over there, it's like they've got shop fronts and shit, but they've got a lot more underground that you do, and it's just like tunnels and mazes and shit, and it's really hard to find your way when you're wasted.
Yeah, okay.
And apparently, I can't remember, but we went on this pub crawl or whatever the fuck it was. I got so wasted that I was trying to look for the toilets, but I was throwing up along the hallway trying to... Anyway, so I was fucked up and they kicked me out.
Yeah.
And my body went into like self-defense mode because I
just learnt kung fu instantly.
I met this guy on the bus to Poland, and he was a nice guy. He wasn't very threatening or anything.
Okay.
And what happened was when I was
Your
wasted,
judgment is like in question.
and I'm just standing there like, oh. And he come up to me and he wanted to help me. He's like, oh, hey man, remember me? You know, I met you on the bus. And I just said to him, I'm waiting for Lats. And clearly I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Okay.
And then I didn't remember that. But then the next day we were leaving Poland. And we went to the bus station and he was there. And he goes, hey, man, remember me from last night? I'm like, I have no fucking idea. He's like, well, I approached you and said, what are you doing? And you're waiting for Lats. I'm like, oh, did I? I don't remember.
And then we fucked.
Yeah. Come with me.
Fuck.
It's like, is it me, myself, and I that?
So I put on this completely different personality when I'm at work, and I'm like,
I do the same though.
that's who I am. Yeah.
That's what, like, my wife will hear me on the phone in the car or something, and I'll get off the phone. She'll be like, "Who the fuck was that?"
You sound different.
Sound funny.
Why don't you ever talk to me like that?
Yeah, pretty much. Fucking insane. Yeah,
Solid.
I reckon you're gonna have to come back again with Ash. We'll have a little 4-way.
Oh yeah.
Don't think of any
Get
other
him
stories
excited.
right now.
Alright.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway,
What were you gonna say?
nothing. I don't want to start anything.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to say any more words or anything. It's about to be like,
Wait, there's this other story.
yeah,
All right, we're gonna call.
yeah, that's it. All right,
Thanks,
man.
You're a legend.
Yeah, can't wait.